Peace to all my inner lights out there for tuning into the star and you. It's Junus. Please subscribe, like the page, and share with others. Hope all y'all doing your best today and being blessed out there. Keep protected during these times. Enjoying your time with your loved ones. Definitely. Today we're going to talk about those born December 20th. You already know the deal, huh? They're fire signs, and this makes them Sagittarius. They're ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. And you know, those born December 20th, one thing that's going to be very unique about them, Sagittarius are known for being witty, but having this 20 vibration on top of it enhances their intelligence, where they could be very deep and sharp. And this sometimes not easy to notice, you know, their deepness. You know, sometimes you can see in their eyes though when they're really serious. But however though, because they have such a charismatic, joyful energy about them, you won't catch it. But it wouldn't be wise to poke fun at somebody that's born December 20th, you know, because of all his wits. And also them being Sagittarius. Sagittarius are pretty funny and entertaining, so they can actually use this energy and emotion internally and come off a quick comeback just like that, which will make you feel really dumb. And you gotta be careful, you know, with the sign Sagittarius, you see the centaur and they have the arrow, so if they point that arrow at you, you know, and they hit you directly, you're gonna feel it. So be careful how you approach them, especially with this deep energy. You know, those fire signs and these people are really fun to be around. However though, they're ruled by the 2 and the 0, which rules by the element of water. And with this being in mind, this is why they're so emotional, it could be so deep. But also you actually gotta be careful how you approach them, because it can sting them, it can hurt them a bit. They have that sensitivity aspect there, and them being fire sign, this is why they'll react a certain way if you do get at them. But overall though, these people have a lot of maturity and they're very wise, so they won't easily feel offended. You know, you have to just come to that point. You gotta also realize they come off that Capricorn cuss energy. And Capricorns, in a way, with their signs, they tend to be diplomatic and won't just approach a situation if it's not that serious. So with that 20 vibration complement that Capricorn energy, and the 2 and the 0 being ruled by water, which also complements Capricorn too, they'll be able to channel this emotion properly. You know what I mean? So that's why with some of the 20 babies specifically, they have such maturity. But you know, that doesn't mean they won't have their fun with it too at the end. They are Sagittarius, and sometimes Sagittarius just had that rebellious thing about them, like, what the heck, let me just test this person out. And that's one thing Sagittarius out of all the zodiac signs, they like to test people and see where they at. So that aspect too, you also have to be careful for when they put you in when they put you on the spot. You know, like I said in the previous video, Sagittarius tends to be pretty timid. For people born December 20th specifically, since they have so much intelligence, they have a particular confidence about them, and also could be very charismatic and adventurous too. These particular people like to travel. You know, Sagittarius are adventurous, one, but sometimes they don't have a chance to like travel here and there, but they'll take the adventures, maybe do road trips or do some of athleticism, or you know, working out, going to park. But specifically December 20 babies, they like to travel and go about, you know, go see different countries and meet different people. This is actually when they feel they're happiest, vibrating with other people. You know, they love that sense of freedom. And actually when they're in front of a crowd, that charismatic energy comes out even more, you know. Though when they're to themselves, they could be very reserved, but for some reason when there's other energies around them, for some reason they draw all the attention to them. They just know how to do that, just like that. Especially if that's deep intelligence they have with the fire energy. It just takes this nervousness away in that moment. And you know, a fire sign, you know, December 20 base being Sagittarius, the compatible fire signs, such as Aries and Leos, and also air signs, Libras, Aquarius, and Geminis. And they may actually have a tight bond with those that are Geminis, actually with that charismatic energy, or you know, at least Geminis will be drawn to them. And also those born in late June to July too, Cancers, they actually be drawn to them because of that 20 vibration. You know, that 20 being ruled by water, especially that 2 being ruled by the moon specifically, it'll draw that type of crowd to them. And also vice versa too, people born December 20th might also be attracted to Cancers, or even babies born late July, which are Leos, or late June with that some of that Gemini energy attracted there. But it's just something to pay attention to. So with that being in mind, them attracting, you know, babies born July, it shows a part of them that's very sensitive, but also too, they have a deep connection when it comes to family. And can even come off as good cooks too, you know. I don't know how many people, if you are born December 20th and you like to be in the kitchen a lot, more than likely you're probably a really good cook and your dishes be coming out the bomb. Just saying. But this is something that's definitely true. And also too, with this water element, you guys see that they're gonna possess very strong intuition, coming off like psychics pretty much. And also them being born December with that fire energy, Sagittarius. If you don't know, Sagittarius have the gift of enhancing their pineal gland and developing clairvoyance, similar to Aries. So this clairvoyant energy combined with the intuition, this is why they can come up with very strong psychic abilities. And some of them have it innately, and they probably got themselves, maybe they're not even aware of it, but they just have it, there's just something they can pick up. But this could actually get strong over time if they were to meditate and practice certain vocalizations, such as the letter I, which is a vowel, or the letter U. Doing these mantras, harnessing it would actually enhance your spiritual gift. But that's just for those that want to connect deeply in that level, which you definitely do have that potential, being born the 20th. And not to mention, Sagittarius embrace spirituality really well, especially when they're very in tune. So this will complement that intuition aspect of you being born on the 20th as well, making you deeper and drawing people to you to shed some type of light and insight. You definitely have to be careful to not be moody, be aware of your emotions and don't have favoritism on certain people that you do like and dislike. Just embrace all, especially if you being Sagittarius, and Sagittarius being that sign that most other signs admire. So keep that in mind. And also watch out for your jealousy as well. On the low, you do possess this, but because you guys do work hard and do things on your own for your own and very creative, the jealousy aspect won't really show itself or present itself, but it is there. So it's something to pay attention to, along with the envy as well. Though I said they have that moody emotion that they have to be careful for, but overall these people are happy-go-lucky people with a lot of charisma. And actually they don't like ugliness at all, They have a very humane energy about them, where they like to see humanity rise, They don't like to see suffering. And for some of them secretively, they're really good with their hands and building stuff. So with that being in mind, with them being Sagittarius, and Sagittarius are known for being generous, I definitely won't mind giving a helping hand when the time comes, if somebody needs that help. People also, born with this 20 vibration in December, they're actually quite the looker too. They're known for being attractive, especially the women. The women have pretty eyes, really big, beautiful smile, and also have nice curves to them too. Just saying, for the men's out there, I like the type of body type. And with this 20 vibration, it also shows though they're witty and they know a lot on themselves and could do a lot by themselves, but however though, overall, they do love working with people. And this actually complements that them being Sagittarius and Sagittarius being mutable signs. Because mutable signs, they like the flexible one, the one that understands other people and could just work with them gracefully with no problem. They like the middleman, I would say, a lot of times. So this 20 vibration complements that, and they give great aid and ideas to other people to develop their project and businesses. So there's also something to keep in mind with that 20 vibration. And also too, they could be very melodic. They love music and having that harmonious energy around them. So there's just some things to keep in mind with that 20 vibration if you are born December. Though you have a lot of energy to you, it could be very energetic, but on your downtime, you're like a good tuner too, you know what I'm saying? There's definitely a lot more to be said about those born December 20th, specifically, when it comes to the life path and year cycle too, which actually a whole other vibration. So, for example, if you're born the 20th and your life path is a 2, this would make you somebody that's very conscious about how you leave a legacy behind. You want to stand for something. You know what I'm saying? You don't just do it for yourself, but for the next person, help them to build up, just for an example. And before we go, we're going to talk about compatibilities a little more. Those born the 20th, they complement those with the 258 vibration. And this 258 vibration falls within the mental plane. And if this being in mind, that 5, the 5, 14, or 23 is a 5 vibration, or the 8, 17, 26. And the 2 being the 2, the 20th, or slipped my mind, even the master number 11, these are 2 vibrations. These numbers complement you really well, and you'll notice that you'll probably have a friend that has this number vibration, or like a friend or family member. For example, but they all give like a different type of energy which play a role when you guys combine together. But on a spiritual level, if you're a spiritual person, the numbers that will complement you in that aspect would be like the number 17, or a person born on the 2nd. But also, not to mention, a person that's born on the 13th too will complement very well, even though sometimes that might be rare to meet. And at times it may feel a little difficult, have like some kind of confusion behind it when you first come together, but you'll notice in the long run how positive the energy would be if you two were to meet together. You know, though you compliment, people born on the 14th, definitely be careful, because there will be times where you guys can get really tight each other and have that strong clash. With people born the 1st, as a fire sign, it may compliment you, but at the same time too, psychologically, it may get you confused where you don't really want to be around that vibration, just some numbers to avoid. And even the 6 too, the 6, though you may be attracted to them and might find beauty in them, overall it may not fit your personality and who you're trying to be and accomplish in the long run. So just some numbers to avoid, But that doesn't mean like it can't work out, all dependent, right, with the life path, but just something to keep in mind. There's definitely a whole lot more to say when it comes to compatibilities, dealing with the number, frequency, and also your sign attached to it with the year cycle and life path. It all creates all these different dynamics, even including your name. But there's so much to say, I just can't say as I'm doing these recordings. But if you guys want to learn more and want to set an appointment with me, you can definitely check out justjunis.com and set up an appointment. I'll definitely give you an in-depth reading so you could understand the certain components about you, for you to advance spiritually. You can also check me out on IG at justjunis and also at the Star New 22, for more insight. If you want to hit me up. It's your boy Junis. Thank you guys for tuning to the Star New. Please make sure to subscribe, like the page, share with others, definitely. And remember, guys, always be blessed out there and let your inner light shine.